Hi, I'm Santiago de la Cruz, Executive Chef at the club at Cimarron, and today it's our first time on this show, just starting off the show, and today we're going to make gingerbread and also some icing, and then we're going to take you to the front of the club where we have a gingerbread castle that we made with the same ingredients that we're going to use here to make the gingerbread and to make the rolled icing. We're going to start off by using flour, brown sugar, molasses, baking powder, ground ginger, ground cinnamon, and ground clove, and water, and also some butter. So we're going to start by creaming the butter, and I have also Sandra here helping me out, and we're going to make the gingerbread in the mixer. And you probably don't have one of these at home, but you can also use the pan blenders that you have at home. You can use it with a bowl and a paddle, but that's a lot of work. But here at work, I have these fine tools that I'm able to use and get the job done. So we're going to put the butter, add in 1 pound of butter. And we're going to add the powdered sugar, the brown sugar. Molasses. And she's adding everything in at one time, and we're going to start mixing it together and make a dough for the gingerbread. We're also going to need a sheet pan and a rolling pin to stretch out the dough. Now on this part here, we're actually creaming the sugar, the molasses, and the butter, and it takes a little bit of time to start getting everything mixed up. And right now it's just she has it on a low speed, and we're just creaming the sugar again, the molasses, and the butter. It takes a couple of minutes for this, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. What you want to do is also when you're using your mixer at home or these types of mixers, you want to make sure that you scrape the edges of the bowl, just to make sure that you get everything incorporated into your batter or your dough. And that's what Sandra is doing right now, is mixing the dough, the components for the dough. The next step we're going to add is actually we're going to add the clove, the cinnamon, and the ginger. Okay, on these ramekins here, we actually have them all scaled out already. This is actually four tablespoons of clove. Also 4 tablespoons of cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and 4 tablespoons of ground ginger. And this here is also 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Now we're going to mix that together. Low speed again. We want to incorporate all the ingredients in together. The next step after that is we're going to add the flour to the dough, and the flour is 8 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use different types of flour, but this works well. The all-purpose flour works well for what we're using it for, and that's a cookie dough, and that's what we use for the gingerbread house. And you'll see the gingerbread house in a little while longer. Okay, now we're going to add the flour, and it's 8 cups of all-purpose flour. Now we have all the ingredients except for the water. The water we're going to add a little bit at a time, just because you want to make sure that the dough that you're using, or the amount of liquid, doesn't soften the dough too much, and you want to be able to work with it. This process takes a good time, you know. It takes at least 10-15 minutes to do the dough. So we're trying to hurry this up, but we got to get all the ingredients mixed. Okay, now it's time to add the water, and what we have here is 10 tablespoons of water. So now we're going to start adding it to the bowl in the mix. And we're letting that bind together. So that's what we're doing right now. And then we're going to add the rest of the water. It's making a dough already, so we're just going to add a little bit more water. And then again, you can adjust the water if you need to. If you need to add more, of course you add more if you need to. And we're going to go ahead and add all the water to it. Again, you know, it was 10 tablespoons of the water. So now we're gonna add a little bit more because the dough is still dry. So we want to add more water to the dough. And we're gonna add another say 4 tablespoons of water. Okay, now we're seeing the dough coming together, and it's gonna be almost ready to start working with it. So we start rolling it out, put it on a sheet pan. The recipes that I'm talking about right now will also be online at yourvoice.com, and you can follow the recipe. You can also cut them, adjust the recipe as you need. This one will give us a half sheet pan, which is a 12 by, I believe it's a 12 by 16 sheet pan of gingerbread. Water's done. We don't need to add anything else. It's ready to rock. And again, we're using parchment paper, baking paper, and we're also using a rolling pin to stretch it out. And you can hear my kitchen because we're still working here, so you hear a lot of racket on the background. But it's a working kitchen here at the club at Cimarron, so you know, you'll hear people talking and things like that as well. So again, Sandra's actually just stretching out the dough, and you want to get it about between a half inch to a quarter inch thick. The thicker you make it, you know, the longer it takes to dry. If you're making a gingerbread house or using it for crumbs, the thinner it is, it bakes faster, so it dries faster. Okay, now Sandra, what she's doing is actually cutting the gingerbread to size to fit the sheet pan. And you'll have a little left over, and this you can also use. You don't have to throw away. You can also roll it out in another sheet pan and use it to make gingerbread man, gingerbread cookies. Things of that nature, Christmas trees. There it is. Gingerbread. It's in the sheet pan, and now we're just going to bake it in a conventional oven for about 25 to 30 minutes at 325 degree oven. Okay, now we finished with the gingerbread, and we're going to get started also on making the the icing, which is the icing is a little easier. It's got 3 ingredients on the icing. It's actually, I have another gadget that I use here in the kitchen, which is a KitchenAid, and we're going to use a whip attachment, and we're going to make royal icing for the gingerbread and for the gingerbread house. The ingredients for the icing, and it's called royal icing, cream of tartar, egg whites, and powdered sugar. And we're going to get started with the recipe on the royal icing. Egg whites, it's 1 cup. One teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 2.5 pounds of powdered sugar. And just remember, on these mixing machines, it has different speeds. And what you want to do when you're adding a dry ingredient to a mixer is always start off slow, because if not, you'll make a big mess. Right, we're going to add the powdered sugar to the egg whites, the whole bag. And remember, start off slow, start mixing it. We're getting it mixed up with the sugar, egg whites, and we're going to add the cream of tartar. That's all we need in this recipe. And again, the recipes will be online at yourvalleyvoice.com. This icing takes a couple of minutes, and it's almost ready. Icing is ready to rock. It's what you're looking for in the icing when you're making it. It's going to be it's going to have a smooth consistency. It's going to look a little wet, but not it won't be wet to the touch. Again, if you need more powdered sugar, or you need to add to make it drier, you add more powdered sugar. For what we're using it for right now, it's just the way I have it right now is what I'm looking for as the texture for the royal icing.